limb, starting each limb up to 10. Then the next time you go around, you go up to 8, and down each 2. Then down each time until you get to 1, and I'll direct you from there. Okay, so starting from here. So you start 10 on each limb, then you go 8 each limb, 6 each limb, 4 each limb. I'm not gonna count how many times I do. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 3 times 1, and then yeah. Okay.
What does theater mean to you?
I don't quite know how to answer it.
What does theater mean to me? I mean,
theater to me. Theater is a community of people that I love.
For me, theater's always been like kind of a place to go. More than, not just like something to do after school, but like just like a hub for talent. And I really met like my best friends in the theater department here, and like Sarah's been my best friend since kindergarten, and like that relationship is only sustained, and it's just always been like a place to go and a place to be accepted, and it's such a community that like everything else pales in comparison to it.
Okay. So I guess for this one, like Sophie said, we're not going to be yelling this as we usually do. It's more about projecting, so make sure you're not straining your voice. But okay. England.
England.
Britain.
Britain.
Great Britain.
Great Britain.
What comes after?
United Kingdom. United Kingdom.
At this time, we'd like to introduce ourselves. My name is Daniel Singer.
And I'm Dana Carson, and we are the Reduced Shakespeare Company.
My name is David Wilson. I am president of the International Thespian Society troupe this year at the high school, and I have also served as a junior officer, and I've been a part of the department for 4 years, all 4 years.
Romeo's hands shed Tybalt's blood.
It didn't last the day it did.
Thank you. Theater for me kind of serves as a place that I can call home. Home away from home, I guess, because you know, I was so used to, before coming into high school, just used to staying in my room and practicing violin, because I've always been in performing arts, but I've always been kind of sheltered through music. And so I felt that because of theater, I've become so much more opened up, and so it's become so much more easy for me to talk to people and to express how I'm, you know, feeling. And it's really, you know, I wouldn't want to imagine myself anywhere else.
I'm Megan Gibb, and I go to Lake Orion High School. Well, theater is a chance to get up on stage and like act in front of everyone and just show off like what you can do and just be friends with everyone in your cast. You know. Thank you.
You're looking. What might happen though, if I put a lamp on that table, when you go to set Roach City there, Randall, we might see if you set Roach City maybe on the piano bench seat, move the lamp onto the little table that's there or something. We'll find some way to move the lamp, and then we'll put Roach City on the table that's in that same location. Where are you at, Randall? Right here. Okay.
My name is Scott Finn, and I'm the theater director and theater teacher at Lake Orion High School. Our fall show is always a non-musical, and this year we're working on a show from 1939 called The Man Who Came to Dinner. We are in crunch time officially. It's been about a 6.5, 7 week process, and we're now in production week, so we're in our first dress rehearsal today.
I'm Kelly Roth. I am the WBHS drama director. I graduated from WB in 2011 and then came back. Like when you pull out the mask, extend your arm more, bigger movements. Overdo it. With this show on the stage, you look a lot smaller now that we're not in here. be careful not to step on everyone's line of saying hi. When you say we are the Reduced Shakespeare Company, let them say hi and then do it.
I'm going to say this once, you cannot slam them. Nobody ever really has a need to.
Aside from, giving students a sense to build community, a lot of a network of friends outside of maybe their classes, there's obviously a tremendous amount of gratification that a student see by putting on their production. They own it. I don't run the show once it starts. So from the set through the costumes and the acting, all being completely student-led, I think it's gratifying for students to know it's their production when it's finally on stage.
Because both of those take place on the street. Okay? Get it? Got it? Good. So you start Act 1, Scene 1, and then so much for Scenes 1 and 2. So when I started in high school theater, I'm going to bring this back to a little personal story. I was very shy, believe it or not, and then I joined the theater department, and you can't really be shy in the theater department because you kind of have to be on stage in front of everyone, and you put yourself out there constantly. So it brought me out of my shell. It made me more comfortable public speaking, made me more comfortable in front of a crowd. It definitely helped me in many aspects of life.
I heard there's some exclusive information.
Nope.
That something came in.
Nothing came in.
Nothing came in?
Nope.
Nothing at all?
No. I'm Natalie Herman, and I'm the student producer for the Fall and Spring shows.
And I'm Sarah Rasmussen, and I'm the student director for the Fall and Spring shows.
And no matter how bad my day is going, the minute I walk into the forum, the auditorium, or the orchestra room, I see you strong enough to let everything go for a few hours so that you can perform, and it makes me feel strong too.
It seems so hard, like the process is so hard, and you learn so much about yourself during the process. It just, in the end, it makes everything so worth it. And so personally for me, it's a way to just like feel good about something and like be like, wow, like we did that. And yeah.
I got an idea. Kind of join in. Here's the story of a brother named Othello. He liked white women and liked green jello.
Okay. And a punk named Iago who made himself a Venice because he didn't like Othello, the more of Venice.
And Othello got married to Desdemona.
But he took up for the wars and he left her alone.
It was Amona.
He left her alone.
He didn't write a letter.
And he didn't telephone to Desdemona. She was faithful.
She was chastity tight.
She was the daughter of a duke, and she was totally white. But Iago had a plan. He was clever and slick. He was crack.
He was sly.
He was sort of a dick.
Theater's helpful to the community, I think, because there's always a story to tell. Shows are never just, it's never just the Addams Family. It's never just Brave New World. It's never just the complete works. There's always a message behind it, and there's always something to be learned from everything, and I think the community needs that. And also, like, it's an escape from the daily life. It's very important, and people don't appreciate the arts enough, and it's such an escape, and it's just a beautiful thing that people should appreciate.
Yeah, I totally agree with Natalie again. I think people underestimate the importance of art and of literature, like plays are obviously a form of literature. And there are so many lessons and so many things that can be learned from it and taken from it. And it's also just an artistic outlet, a creative outlet for people to express themselves.
Theater is really helpful to the community because, number one, it's a source of entertainment. It's something that brings people together, whether you're a part of the cast or you're a part of the audience. It's interactive, you share energy, you share emotions. It teaches valuable themes, it teaches important lessons, it gets messages out to the community.
How I think about it is that no matter what problems you're really having outside of the auditorium, outside of any theater that you go to, as soon as you step in, you're in a different place. You don't need to worry about what's happening during your day. You get to just sit down and watch some good performances, and you get to you know, some of them you may need to think a little bit, but you know, you're always just taken away somewhere else. That's just, it may be so much more better than what you're experiencing that day, but it just really helps to take you away.
How is it helpful to the community? Well, obviously theatre performances bring a lot of people together. Like we had all sorts at the show. Last night we had alumni, there were elderly people, there were young kids, which may not have been entirely appropriate, but and it kind of brings together people from the community who may not have like other chances to go out and socialize with people.
I told him, hey man, you should come see the show. And since he didn't, his ankle sprained.
I know. He's in Kalamazoo. It's like a long day.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he has to like catch
Lauren's coming to Wayne, except Nick is the only one who's not at Wayne.
I know.
Anyone else want to answer that question?
What was the question?
What do you think of when you think of theater in high school, correct?
Yeah. When I think of theater in high school, I think of family. You take the words theater, the letters in theater, you rearrange them. You can't spell family without theater.
I really.
I'm gonna go one-on-one with the camera.
No.
There's not an F in theater.
But there's an F. There's an F in Lilo and Stitch.
My name is Perry Devin Corker Jr. and I graduated in 2016.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Erin Sakara and I graduated in 2016.
My name is Lauren Allo and I graduated in 2016.
I did too. I'm Jackson Abu Hazaira. I graduated in the year 2016.
Right. Okay. When I think of theater in high school, I think of kind of a safe place that everyone's gonna make fun of you no matter what, but it's all in good fun, and you'll meet some of the best people. So still the idea of family, not David Wilson.
When I think of theater,
Get in there.
when I think of theater, when I think of theater,
Yes.
I think of good times.
Yeah.
My name is Nick Asciutto and I go to North Farmington High School. Theater means going outside of the box and being someone completely different than yourself and having the opportunity to. So, my theater department has taken a lot of time to grow stronger through the years before that I came, so it was pretty cool to walk in and see a group of people that was so, I don't know, just really put together and productive, and it was more professional than anything that I'd ever seen, so.
I'm Azriel Apap. I go to Frankel Jewish Academy. It has definitely had a reputation of being one of the better theater programs around high schools. We've been facing major budget cuts lately, specifically this year, but we're getting by pretty okay. Pretty okay. Not only has the budget been cut, but so has the prioritization of the arts. I mean, there's nothing that can be done by anyone but the administration. So, I mean, at this point, there's really not much that I as a student can do.
Our theater department is totally self-funded, so anything that we produce, we have to make sure that we stay within, you know, at least our projected budget, so that, you know, usually our musicals are the big, you know, those are the money draws every year, and that always helps fund the fall show. And so main goal is to break even with the fall show and then profit on the musical.
We are a very fortunate district where our district cares about the arts and they are aware of how important the arts are to students. You can always use more money, of course, but the district makes sure that we're taken care of and that there is a drama department and that we're never gonna go hungry, so to speak. Overall, I'm certain that they are underfunded. Like I said, we're very fortunate here, and it's a privilege, and I know that it's a privilege. But I think the mindset that West Bloomfield has in their administration is not necessarily the mindset that other districts have. And I would love for other districts to be able to see how much of a benefit theater really is to students. And hopefully, if they see that, they'll be more likely to invest.
Well, theater it's stressful, but at the same time it helps me deal with stress because it's a nice time to hang out with my friends and relax. And yeah.
I think one of the things, the reoccurring theme that we keep bringing up is the tragedy that like happened within the past year and a half to our company. That I think has been the biggest hardship. Like, I mean, like, yeah, it's hard to, like, being in theater is hard. You are constantly competing against other people and you're constantly comparing yourself to other people.
Being someone.
Yeah, it's hard, but the biggest hardship that our company specifically has faced is the loss of Mr. Green.
So a year ago, I was student teaching for theater in Birmingham, and Mr. Green contacted me and asked me if I wanted to assistant direct with him for Brave New World. At the time I couldn't. I was a little overwhelmed with having a job and student teaching, but I agreed to do it in the spring for the musical. So he hired me on for the musical, and then on the first day of auditions he passed away. So it kind of fell into my lap and became my job, and I stuck with it.
Yeah. It has not been easy at all. And there's a lot of conflicting emotions all the time. Just even being in this room is hard. And being in front of people and having them like look up to you and like expect you to tell them something, and then thinking like I'm wondering like, is he like listening, or does he think that what I'm doing is right? And it's really been hard to kind of try to fill those shoes that have left us so like, I mean, when he left, it's like literally the entire department left, and it's just, we've had to start over, basically.
I mean, obviously we all had the hardship of Mr. Green passing away.
Really?
And all of us helped each other through that. Like, there was no way any of us would have been able to get through that had we not all had each other.
Yeah, it sounds like stress.
Which was useful.
Alright, honest to God, my favorite memories involved just the people. It was the people that made me feel good every time I walked into rehearsal, every time a show was about to start, every time we celebrated after a show. It was always the people that made me feel welcome and made me feel happy to be here. So I'm thankful for them. I love them.
I like that we're all friends and that it's just like a good space to be in.
But more so than what theater means to me, it's what the department means to me.
Theater has created this whole community for me of individuals who kind of come together and feel like a family. It's a way to make high school a little smaller and less crazy, and you have all of these people to look up to, and then someday you become one of the people that others look up to. And so it's a really meaningful sort of community in a sense.
I've learned that you're never alone. You always have somebody to fall back on. You always have people there that are supporting you and who are wishing for you to succeed. And you never need to worry about if you're going to be able to do something, because you have people pushing you, saying that yes, it is possible. You can do more than what you believe you think you can.
Theater is a community of people that I love. It's a home away from home.
I think to me, theater is really everything.
For me, it's just an awesome creative outlet that allows me to kind of be who I am, and at the same time help students find who they are, where they belong, and what their place is. So for me, it's it's just an awesome creative community, and like I said, it's an awesome bonding experience for anybody who's been a part of it. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it.
Theater is a form of self-expression. It's a way to express yourself. It's almost like I guess catharsis. It's a release, I guess, whether you're a techie or you're an actor or I don't know, whatever you're doing directing. It's a form of creative expression. It's a way to, I guess, get creative in a sort of physical sense.
Energy, energy all around, it brings you up, it brings you down. Energy, energy all around, it brings you up, it brings you down. Energy, energy all around, it brings you up, it brings you down. Energy, energy all around, it brings you up, it brings you down. Energy, energy all around, it brings you up, it brings you down. Energy, energy all around, it brings you up, it brings you down. Energy, energy all around, it brings you up, it brings you down. Energy, energy all around, it brings you up, it brings you down. Energy, energy all around, it brings you up, it brings you down.
biggest thing for me is that it has shown me what I want to do for the rest of my life. And like I said, I walked into our school's drama department like a lot of kids, that they just need something to do after school, want to hang out with friends, and that's how I started. And as we were doing more shows, I gained more appreciation. I could see in each show what different messages you can take away, and there's so much that you can get out of theater, and there's so much that you can give to the people in the audience while you're performing. And it's just really, to me, it's one of the most beautiful art forms that's out there right now, because it's timeless. Theater's timeless.